Picture yourself scrolling e-commerce late at night, your old phone sputtering at 20% battery, the flagship you crave sitting at $1,999, and suddenly the algorithm flashes a $449 handset promising the same 120Hz OLED, 50-megapixel OIS camera, Tensor-grade AI tricks, and 7 years of OS love. Too good to be true, right? Welcome to 2025's budget flagship crossover where value phones punch so far above their weight that the only real question is which one deserves your paycheck. So tonight we pit 7 contenders head-to-head, cheapest to priciest, stress-testing every spec, feature, and hidden compromise until one undisputed winner emerges. Introduction. The market split between 1K flagship glass slabs and $150 burner phones is collapsing into a sweet $300, $500 middle, where R&D from yesterday's flagships trickles down at warp speed, giving us 4-nanometer processors. Dolby Vision displays 200 MP sensors and 100-watt charging for less than $500. Yet spec sheets alone lie. Games, stress, and battery cycle every device until marketing hype turns into empirical truth. Problem challenge presentation. Consumers drown in choice. Pixel 9a, Samsung Galaxy A55, Motorola Edge 50 Fusion, Poco F6 Pro, Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus, Realme GT Neo 5 SE, and the incoming OnePlus Nord 5, each waving flagship killer banners while quietly cutting corners in water resistance, image processing, or long-term updates. So without a data-driven roadmap, buyers either overspend for safety or gamble on a dud. Exploration and development. We start at $299 with Motorola Edge 50 Fusion, a 6.7-inch 120Hz POLED, 68W turbo power Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, and a surprisingly smooth vegan leather chassis that feels more premium than its price. But low light shows noise and there's no OIS, plus software support stops at 3 OS upgrades. So it's a starter flagship feel, not a marathon runner sliding to $299 320 lands the Realme GT Neo 5 SE, whose 144Hz OLED, and Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2 smoke synthetic benches, 100W charging slingshots, 0 to 100 in 26 minutes. Yet its 64MP main camera lacks OIS and Realme's update promise is just 2 Android versions. Performance junkies cheer, photographers. At $379 or $400, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus flexes a 200MP Samsung HP3 sensor with OIS, 120W hypercharge, IP68 ceiling, Dolby Atmos speakers, and still sips power from MediaTek Dimensity 8300 Ultra. Images impress in daylight, but Xiaomi's over-sharpening creeps in, and MIUI ads lurk unless you disable them next. $399, $430 brings the Samsung Galaxy A55 with Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, IP67, Exynos 1480 paired to AMD Xclipse graphics, 5 OS updates, and Knox Vault security. Colors are Samsung Vibrant, low light steady thanks to OIS, but peak brightness trails Chinese rivals and 25W charging feels sluggish in 2025. Crossing $449, we hit the Google Pixel 9a, a 6.3-inch 90Hz OLED, custom Tensor, G4 light silicon, pro-level camera pipeline with real tone and best take, IP68, 7-year update pledge, and Gemini Nano running on device for instant call screen and magic compose. Image quality beats everything under $800. But charging sticks to 30W, and there's no telephoto lens, leap to $499, and the Poco F6 Pro drops a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 12.5/12G by standard, 120Hz QHD plus AMOLED at 1800 nits, 120W charging, and surprisingly good stereo speakers. Gaming mode clocks 58 FPS and Genshin Impact at high, yet MIUI rebuild still trails Pixel in camera consistency, and US bands can be spotty. Finally, the OnePlus Nord 5, rumored 500-520, lands in July with Snapdragon 8's Gen 3, 1.5K, 120Hz, OLED, Oxygen OS 15, 100W charging, 7,000 mAh battery, and a 50MP Sony LYT600 sensor with OIS. Early hands-on praise its fluidity and promise of 4 OS updates. But we await final retail firmware before crowning anything climax key moment. We strap each phone to a Blink gimbal. Run daylight, sunset, and ultra-low ISO 6400 street scenes, then drop test from waist height on concrete. Pixel 9a and A55 survive intact thanks to aluminum frames and Victus Plus. Redmi and Poco crack corner glass, but displays live Realme scuffs. Edge 50's vegan leather cushions the fall, yet no IP rating means water dunk fails. In 90-minute Genshin battery stress, Poco drains 23%, Pixel 27%, Nord 24%, A55 29%, Redmi 26%, Realme 25%, Redmi 19 min, Realme 26 min, Pixel 57 min, Samsung 78 min, Motorola 41 min. Conclusion summary. If you crave flagship-grade photography, ironclad updates, and AI extras, Pixel 9a is the safest buy. If you game hard and hate cables, Poco F6 Pro or upcoming OnePlus Nord 5 deliver Snapdragon-class horsepower and pit-stop charging. If durability and Samsung ecosystem matter, the Galaxy A55 balances IP67, expandable storage, and 5 years of patches. Camera spec fanatics on a tight budget can snag the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus for its 200MP sensor and 120W wow factor, while the Motorola Edge 50 Fusion shines as the lowest-cost OLED 120Hz pick for casual users. Realme GT Neo 5 SE offers the best raw speed per dollar, but sacrifices optics. Choose based on your hierarchy: camera, charging, longevity, or raw FPS. And remember that 2025's budget phones now outclass 2023's $900 flagships in almost every metric. Smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechWave 65.